Let's do this. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tessa. If you're new here, hello, I'm glad to have you. If you want to stick around, you'll see lots of vlogs about my life, unemployed content because I did get laid off a few months ago, and just kind of everything in between, health and fitness, finance, everything that it means to be a 20-something girly girl and live a productive life. But for today, we are going to talk about my 2024 goals, how I structure my life around my goals. So before we hop into the goals, I want to just quickly chat about how I actually develop my goals to make sure that they're properly aligned with my life, my intentions, and all of those words. And they're not just things that I feel like I have to be doing based on what other people in their lives are doing or what people are telling me to do. So my quick little process to figure out how I want to approach my goals for every year is I sit down and I write out what a perfect day looks like in as much detail as possible. The detail is really what is critical here. It's what will help you figure out what habits you want, what will help you figure out like what are the actionable steps to get to where you want to be. So I do that perfect day with a few different variations just to, like, you know, every day is a little bit different, but these are my perfect work day, my perfect self-care day, my perfect, what are the other perfect days that we can throw in there, perfect errands day. Just like what are all of the different perfect days that you could possibly have, and then reflecting on those days is what will help you determine what your goals need to be. Now that we've gone through that, let's dive into Notion. This is the fun part. So this is my development dash. It houses everything, personal development, goals, resets, anything you can kind of think of. We're gonna dive deeper into it in a little bit. And for now, we're just gonna focus on this annual goals area. So our first goal here is find a fueling gym routine. So to me, what that means is find a gym routine, a workout schedule that actually works with my life. You'll see I have this little note area, and I just put that there to have a gentle little reminder and a little explanation of why I want to accomplish that goal. So for this one, my little blurb says, always remember that you're moving your body in that moment so you can move your body for a lifetime. And that's really, to me, what movement is all about. It's so that I can stay mobile throughout my aging process. I'm only 24 right now, but it is important to start thinking about that stuff. The second goal here is yoga 2 to 3 times a week, and my little blurb is bring focus into the breath and body, maintain muscle and mobility to live a functional life. So again, pretty similar to the last one, but here we actually see the beauty of Notion start to come into play. So within this goal, I've included a tracker, and that tracker is actually automatically linked to my workout planning / tracking database within Notion. So when I do a workout and I track it anywhere within my Notion, it'll show up here. It is a little toggle here, so if I press the button, it'll show me what the workouts actually were or when I did them, and then you see this little number here, it shows me what it is. So by the end of the year, I'll have, ideally, 52 line items here with each of them having 2 to 3 beside them. And the third goal here is creative meal prep, with the blurb being let yourself try new things in the kitchen that keep you on track with fitness and financial goals. For me, meal prep is an opportunity to try new recipes, it's an opportunity to learn new things, and it's also an opportunity to be more efficient with the money that you're spending because you know that you're going to make the food with it, versus if I just buy food, leave it in the fridge. I have the best intentions, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna eat it. And if it's already cooked for me, already prepped, already ready to go, I'm way more likely to eat it, less likely to throw it out and waste food and waste money, and also less likely to eat out. So that kind of keeps me on track in every way. My fourth goal here is very vague. It's just commit to hobbies. I feel like my entire life is just slipping away from me. I don't know what I'm spending my time doing. I feel like I don't have any things that I'm like super passionate about. I love this YouTube platform. I love Notion, but outside of that, like, I don't really know what else I enjoy. So I just want to, as the little blurb here says, build your life away from screens and make sure you're happy doing it. I just want to spend time doing creative things that I can consider a hobby. And that actually really feeds into my next 2 goals. The first being create instead of consume when possible. So for me, my little blurb, this will keep you intentional with what you buy and make sure your home is filled with things that you love. My goal with creating over consuming is if I feel like I can crochet something, I'm gonna crochet it instead of going out and buying it. The second goal related to my hobbies is read 30 books. So this year, I think I read maybe 4. So that is a pretty big stretch goal, but I really like it. It's just I don't do it enough. And I think that if I just get in the habit of actually reading, I'll be able to do that easily. My little blurb, because I'm sharing all with you apparently, get lost in a world that isn't yours, experience a new perspective, and learn something new. This is also one that I'm tracking within the goal, so I have a little reading challenge here linked to my library database. My final hobby related goal is to learn my beauty maintenance routine. So this year I started getting my nails done. It's my first time ever in my life being consistent, and I love it, but it takes so long that I'm just sitting there doing nothing, and it's expensive. I mean, the place that I go is pretty good and I actually really love the results, but I want to try to learn how to do it myself. So now we're getting into the personal goals, and my first one here, I don't know why I made guns, my first one here is weekly Instagram dumps. So this one feels kind of lame, but a creator that I follow, her name is Sarah Jenkins, she's based here in Toronto. She did this year, and she posted a carousel every single week just sharing her life, and I was kind of inspired to do that. One, because I don't take any pictures and I really want to change that. I really want to start capturing my life a little bit better. And two, I didn't post a single in-feed thing on Instagram this entire year. My second personal goal here is a monthly exploration day. So I ideally want that to be in Toronto to like make sure I'm exploring the city that I'm living in. But let's say I'm traveling, I'm gonna count an exploration day if I feel very explorationally filled. That's a word. It is. My blurb here is, life gets boring when you don't leave the house. Take time to explore where you live and the world around you. Because I am a huge homebody, and that is something that I feel really stupid saying. Living in such an expensive city like Toronto, like why do I feel the need to always be at home when I'm paying so much to experience the city? Like, just take advantage of it. So this is another one that I've tracked. I've linked my to-do database in here, and I've already made all of these placeholder tasks. So once I'm actually planning what the exploration will be, I'll just pretend to do January's right now. And let's just say my January explore was walk a new neighborhood. That'll be my exploration. My final personal goal here is to celebrate myself more often. I'm really, really bad at acknowledging wins. So yeah, my blurb here is that exactly. Take time to acknowledge the wins, and no, this doesn't make you selfish. You're allowed to value yourself for your accomplishments, for the things that you have achieved in your life, and I need to celebrate that more. Again, this is another tracker one, and I have this tracker several places throughout my Notion so that when I feel like I've accomplished something, I can go in, make my little update, and it'll show up here so I can really show myself how often I'm celebrating. Okay, now we're getting into the side hustle goals. First one, I've been teasing this for a long time because we haven't made any progress on it, but I have a goal to launch a podcast with you. Sarah, I know for a fact that you're watching this. We are going to do it. We already have the equipment. We just need to get a freaking cover photo and make this podcast. And let me tell you guys, it'll be good. The blurb says it all, sharing our lives on a new platform to help other women in their 20s feel less alone. Because we're not alone. We're all going through weird stuff, and let's talk about it. Okay, my second side hustle goal here is to launch productivity tools, one of which you might be looking at right now. My blurb, share your systems with those who need it most, keep it accessible, and live out this dream. I have always loved productivity and organization and planning, and anything that kind of falls within that realm. I feel like I'm pretty good at it, and I have had a dream honestly since like first or second year of university, and I'm now 24, to launch something within this space. So I am doing it this year. I am doing it with what you see in front of you, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So please stay tuned for that, and if you can support me when the day comes, I would really appreciate it. The final side hustle goal is monetize by 25. As I just said, I'm currently 24, and I turned 25 November 16th, 2024. The blurb on this one, be able to partially fund my life and savings while sharing what it means to be 20-ish in Toronto. Okay, now jumping into the financial goals, I do have a whole other set of like quantitative dollar savings. What am I trying to say? Financial goals. But I'm not gonna share those today. For now, I just have the one that's more of like a lifestyle thing. And that is, I want to have at least 10 no spend days per month. And my blurb for that, my reasoning behind this, is that I want to be aware of how often you're spending your money, not just how much. Let's be a bit more mindful of Apple Pay. Because I feel like I just tap my phone all the time, and I want to not do that. So 10 no spend days a month. That includes like my rent, any bills coming out. I want to have 0 transactions on at least 10 days every month. Oh, I guess we have more personal goals. Okay, we have 3 more personal goals. First one being 1 handwritten letter sent per month. Again, we're tracking this with a Jan-Feb letter already in my calendar, so I'll just have to figure out who that letter is going to be to, update the task name, and then just get it. I want to do this because I feel like it's a really intentional way of connecting with someone, of telling them how much you appreciate them, and I just think it's really nice. We don't do it anymore. My blurb here is, it's a personal touch. Let them know how much they mean to you. And that's really what I want it to be. The next one, get out of my comfort zone monthly. And yes, this could be a little bit similar to the exploration one, but I want it to be a little more intentional of like facing fears and like social anxiety fears and things like that. As such, the blurb is push yourself, get yourself out there, be brave, and be yourself. Again, we've got a big tracker here. Everything's already in the calendar waiting for me to update it and check it off. The actual final personal goal this time is solo travel somewhere new. Test your independence, comfort, and anxiety. You've done it before, do it again. This is a bit of a question mark one. I don't really know what I'm going to constitute solo travel as. Like, could I just go on a little road trip to Montreal by myself? Yes. Could I fly to New York by myself? Yes. So it's just kind of gonna be whatever it feels like it needs to be and whatever I can afford at that moment, because we're unemployed. I have one relationships goal, and that is social activities weekly, in brackets, 3 times. This does not include my boyfriend unless we're with his friends and I'm actively building relationships. This little blurb, how many times have I said blurb in this video? Spend time nurturing the relationships with people you love and building new friendships. Again, this is a trackable one, linked to my calendar. If it has the tag social, it's here. And then my final goal of 2024 is to become employed, whatever that may look like. If you didn't know, I got laid off about, honestly, 3 months ago. Oh my god, 3 months to the day. It was September 28th and it's December 28th. 3 months to the day. And I've honestly been really enjoying it. We're gonna dive into a whole other 90-day unemployment, probably more than 90-day, maybe 100-day unemployment debrief, but it's been good for me. I've realized a lot of things. What I've realized is that my blurb for work needs to be, enjoy what you do it to sustain your life and future, and it's not your whole world. Again, not your whole world. That's an important one for me, because if you saw the layoff video, you would know how much I let all of it affect me while I was still there. And those are my 2024 goals. But this video, we're not done yet, because I want to show you how I'm planning to break it down to make sure that I can achieve all of this. So let's redirect back to Notion. So the next breakdown I'm going to show you is actually an idea that I got from Jenna Hong's New Year's content last year, and it's basically to have a focus of your quarters and then a focus of each month within those quarters, all falling within the same theme. So let's just jump into it. Q1, we've got January to March. Jan is our foundations period. Daily Notion use, 5 workout classes a week, 2 YouTube videos a week, and a weekly podcast episode. Don't know if we're gonna get the podcast episode because we don't have it planned yet. February, meals and movement, that's my theme. Weekly 80-20 meal plan and prep. Shop stash first, that means shop my kitchen. My kitchen's right there, that's why I'm pointing over there. 10,000 daily step goal, that is not English. Try all types of sweat and tonic classes, which is the gym that I like to go to, and make movement social. In March, the focus is proper sleep, so that's having a consistent bed and wake up time, and only having my Kindle 45 minutes within bed, which to me means no other electronic, just Kindle. Moving on to April to June, we've got April, hobbies over scrolling, maximum 1 hour between social platforms, excluding YouTube because I don't really consider it a social platform. Spend transition times on Kindle versus scrolling, and spend TV time on clay or crochet, which are some of the more passive, able to watch hobbies that I want to pick up this year. In May, my focus is going to be on building Tessa Moore. That is what you're watching right now. That is me, that is my brand, and I'm going to be posting every single day in May. So June's focus is just going to be to sustain everything that we started at the beginning of the year, stay on the habits that I've built, focus on side hustle and wellness routine. Q3, July to September, is kind of a transitionary period. July and August are really just enjoy your life, no pressure while on vacation, spend at least an hour outdoors every single day, and spend time with the people that you love. September is kind of the recalibration month. Do that mid-year full life reset, get back to focusing on meals and movement, get your sleep routine in check, and for me, ensure my content routine is functioning the way that I want it to. Q4 of next year, we've got October as another sustain month, stay in the habits, focus on side hustle and wellness. November is my hibernation month, focus on finishing the year strong, finishing on all my goals, making sure my habits are exactly where I want them to be, and prep for end of year content, because Vlogmas might be something that I want to do next year, at least in some capacity. And December, we're just gonna cruise and enjoy. And my plan for that is live your best life, enjoy family and friends celebration time. In this context, living my best life means living the life that encompasses all of the habits, all of the things that I had built up for the 11 months prior. And I'm excited to see where I am 12 months from now. That's crazy. And that actually, finally, brings us to the wrap up of today's video. We're getting super cozy now because I just want to say thank you for watching this. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey and listening to what I have to say about this new year. I think it'll be a really transformative one for me. I have no idea what's in store. I have no idea what my life will look like this time next year, but I can only hope that the goals that I set come true, that I'm still happy, that I'm still healthy, and that I'm still here with you. So all that said, I'll see you guys next time, which is actually tomorrow for a new video, and